Hey, what's up everyone, it's your girl Brain Shanae, and today is the 15th day of Vlogmas, so we're pretty much almost done. We have 10 days left, you guys, so hopefully you can hang in there with me. But anyhow, so first I would like to do pretty much a tag. Today is Tuesday, so I would like to pretty much do a tag for a Tag Tuesday. So I'll be doing the DNF tag, so please stay tuned. And I am back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today, like I said, I'm going to be doing the DNF tag. I really don't DNF a lot of books, but there's at least two that I know for sure that I DNF'd, and I think it should be pretty much brought up. So let's begin. So the first question is, do you DNF? Yes, of course I do. I don't do it often, but I do DNF books. And the second question is, if you DNF a book, does it count towards books read for the month? Not no, I don't consider a book read because I didn't finish the book. So it's like, no, I didn't finish the book, so it's not going to be, that's going to be a book read. So no, I don't count it as a book being read. Especially like maybe I'll put a Goodreads review on it saying that I DNF'd the book because I just didn't like it, and I'll have my review about it. But no, I don't put that towards as counting as towards a book that I read for the month. The third question is there a difference between DNF and just putting it down for a bit? Yes, there is a difference. DNF means you did not finish the book, as in I think you pretty much are not going to read it ever, as opposed to just putting it down for a bit. I think you are intending to go back to it eventually, you just don't know when. But for me, I feel like DNF is definitely something where you're just not going to read ever because you can't get into the story. But just putting it down for just a moment doesn't mean that you're never going to read the book. But DNF pretty much means that you're done with that book, period. The fourth question says, what popular book have you DNF'd? So there's two books that I have DNF'd. The first book is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. I just like to say, you guys, I'm sorry. I could not get into it. I felt like I was in college because of those dang footnotes. Like, I can't do it. Like, I got to page 30. I couldn't get into it because I was so distracted in finding the definition of these words. So I had to keep going to the footnotes. Oh, this is the definition of this. And there'd be like a paragraph's worth of the definition of the word. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I couldn't do it. I couldn't get through it. Sorry, but not sorry. Now, the second book that I DNF was Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. I could not get into it. I was on page 20 and I couldn't deal with it. It was just too much stuff going on. It was like, kept piling up and stuff. Mostly like scenery and things and weird creatures. I just couldn't get into it. It had me going all over the place with, oh, we're here. No, we're here. No, he's talking to somebody. And no, we're at this river. No, we're at this lake. I just couldn't get into it at all. So I DNF'd that book as well. So like I said again, like I said before, sorry, not sorry. I just couldn't get into it. I know some people had loved that book, and I know some people had loved Nevernight, but I'm sorry. I couldn't get into neither one of those books. Maybe in the future, way long in the future, I might try to read those again, but I highly doubt it. The fifth question says, what book do you wish you had DNF'd? So they're pretty much those two books that I mentioned before I DNF'd. There was a recent read, Kingdom of the Wicked, by Carrie Maniscalco. Now I was close to DNFing that book because it was very repetitive. It was so repetitive, but then towards the end, it caught my attention. So maybe I could say that, yeah, I was about to DNF it, but then once I got past all that repetitiveness and all that repetition of the same stuff, of the scenery and all that, and I got over that, and towards the end, I finally like, oh, okay. But technically, it would have been a book that I had wished to DNF if I didn't continue on reading the book. The sixth question is, do you ever reattempt to read a DNF? And has this ever been successful for you? No, I have not reattempted to read a book. I haven't. Nevernight, probably never gonna attempt it, but like I said, in the future I might. And the Black Leopard, Red Wolf, I highly doubt that I'll reattempt to read it. So no, I haven't really attempted to read any other books, and I have never been successful, period. And so it says the 7th question is, what do you do with books you DNF? So recently I did a book unhaul, and pretty much I either give books away or I sell them. Sometimes my friends are like, oh, you're giving away that book, just give it to me. So I'll give it to either my friends or I will sell them. That's pretty much what I'll do with the DNF. Sometimes maybe if I DNF'd it and I really think really hard about, maybe I'll reattempt to read it. I'll keep it on my shelves for a very long time. And if it's still on the shelf for like 4 or 5 months later, it's time to go. And so pretty much that's what I did with Nevernight. Like I got rid of it. It was on my shelves. Like I had both. I had book 1 and book 2. They're on my shelf for like 2 years and they're just collecting dust. So there was no point. So I had sold those books. And then for Black Leopard Red Wolf, I had gave that to a friend of mine. She was interested in reading it, Marlon James' book, so I just gave it to her. So that's pretty much what I do with the books that I DNF. Number 8, it says, do you choose more or less risky titles because of your stance on DNF? So I really research my book or the books that I think I'm going to like. I try to read the synopsis and I try to read some of the reviews that I've seen that other people have written prior to the book being coming out, its release date. And so that's how I base off what books that I want to read. Some of the books that I feel like I think I would be very interested in, just based off of the synopsis. But I am very careful because I don't want to, you know, waste money on something, you know, that I know that I'm not going to like, if that makes sense. Like if I'm going to buy a book, I'm definitely going to like, oh, I'm definitely going to read this, like 100%. I'll have it like for Amazon or whatever, or Barnes and Nobles or my indie bookstore. On their website, I'll have it in the cart for a couple weeks and I ponder and I think about, okay, should I get this book? Am I really gonna like it? That's how I pretty much do in my little system when I buy books. So yeah, I know that sounds ludicrous and crazy, but yeah, that's how I usually buy books. I have it in my cart for a while. I think about it for a couple days and I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and check out with this book. So that's pretty much my little system and what goes through my head when I purchase books. That way I know that I'm not going to regret buying it, and I know that I'm going to love it. So that way it's not going to be a book that I do DNF. So I try to do my best to avoid DNFs. And so the 9th one and final one is tag 5 BookTube Buddies, or however many people you want. So let me think on who that I want to tag, or the 5 booktubers that I'm thinking about tagging. So there are 5 booktubers that I know for sure that I want to tag. So hopefully they haven't done this DNF tag yet. Hopefully they haven't. But also, if you are watching this video and you haven't done this tag, then you are officially tagged for sure. But the 5 booktubers that I'm tagging is Reading with Tara, Brandy Janae's Bookshelf, Kristen M, Jamila B. Readin', and Locked Booktition. So those are the 5 booktubers that I am tagging. So, you know, I will definitely tag y'all in my little description as well, so that way y'all know that y'all been tagged. But also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you so much for watching, you guys, and please stay healthy and stay safe. See ya!